Okay, so this is Clip Studio version 2 and I've been testing its new features for text editing which make it significantly better than before, but still some things are needed. Like for example, look at this. I am double clicking on words in English. In Japanese it works, but in Cyrillic, no! You can select only single letters by double clicking. Only single letters. Every letter is a word. That's not normal. Good thing is, at least I can select with Option and Shift whole words with the keyboard. That's great. But with the mouse or with the stylus, no, you can't. Another thing is when you change the frame, it's really slow to update. Very slow. That I would like to be something better. Story editor. Look at this. Here, this is a Cyrillic font, and look, it does look like every single letter is a word. This is not how it should look. Look at the English, look at the English, look at the Japanese, look at the Cyrillic. This is terrible, still terrible. Now I found out where you can change it actually. You have to go to Preferences, and in Edit Text you have to change your body page font to some other font that is not the standard Japanese one that comes. You have to find the font that has good Cyrillic. For example, this one is Japanese and it has normal Cyrillic. And it looks much better. See, these are regular words now. That doesn't change the fact that you cannot really select words with double click. And for some reason I'm trying to select text 2 with the keyboard, it doesn't work. This is still like this, so this is something separate. Also, you cannot select in the story editor words by double clicking. It doesn't work. You have to select them with the mouse or the stylus. That's fine. Good thing is now, since this version, you can select them with Option, Shift and an arrow. Okay, that's great. But still, you cannot select words at all with double clicking, which is very strange. So look here. I'm going with the keyboard, pressing down, and look where the cursor goes. I expect it to go, now up, I expect it to go just under the, or above the blinking cursor here, but it goes at the top, at the beginning of the line. Now why is that? I figure it's because here on the right in the story editor, if I go down with arrow, it goes right there at the beginning of the hiragana, and down the beginning of the Cyrillic word. If I go up here, it goes at the end of the hiragana, and up it goes at the end of this word, wealth. So that's strange. I mean, it's fine in the story editor, but inside the balloon editing, it's so confusing. This is so very confusing. This shouldn't work like this. It should work inside the balloon. It should go right up from the blinking cursor to here, not there. Okay. Also, we need feature for all caps on the editing text. I should be able to make this word all capital words just with the click of a button. Or if it's all caps, I should be able to turn it into small caps or subscript, superscript. That would be much appreciated. Speaking of selecting text, here is a text that I have not installed the font. It shows well, but when I click it, it turns into the default Japanese font. But now I change. If it's Cyrillic, look what happens. It turns into those blocky, full width characters that are so bad. It does not look like a text. It looks like every letter is a word. Oh, one more thing, the hue saturation setting would be so much easier to use if the hue bar had color to see what hue you're changing the image to, like Photoshop. Look how nice this is. You immediately see what color you're going to change it to. In Photoshop, it's very easy to edit your selection while you're creating it. Like here, I just hold space and I can move the selection while I'm still making it. I release it and I can still continue to edit it without letting go of the dragging. In Clip Studio, you have to make the selection, finish creating it, and then you can move it. Let me demonstrate why the Photoshop way is superior and more useful. I'm going to make this shape like a circle, and for example I have this in my drawing and I want to make a selection that fits it perfectly. See, I can just move it while I'm making it and it's great. And I can start from the center by holding Option key or Alt in Windows. So much easier to fit the selection to what I'm making. Instead of Clip Studio, you have to make it and then move it around. It just takes so little time to move it while you are still creating it. It's very intuitive once you get used to it. So much better.